Hello, everyone. Welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Patty. I am so thrilled to have your company today because we are going to create a tablescape in my dining room inspired by a thrifted tablecloth and my Bordalo Panero dishes that I recently thrifted and featured in my last video, which I will link above. I will also be sharing a stunning luxury surprise to cap off my beautiful monochromatic thrifted tablescape. And I'm so distracted right now by this hyacinth next to me. It smells amazing. This is not the hyacinth bulbs that we planted in my last video. Those are actually doing fabulous, and they are up in this room on the bookshelf next to me. So I'll show a picture of how they're doing. But these are just ones that I purchased at the grocery store and put inside this porcelain flower box that I got at it was a tag sale. Okay. All right, everyone, I've done enough talking. We need to get into the dining room and get this tablescape going. After I removed my super festive Christmas table decorations, I decided I wanted to really tone it down in my dining room, and I settled on this gorgeous muted sage green tablecloth, which I thrifted many months ago. And I thought the creamy white soup tureen looked so pretty in the center. But I really wanted to try and have a beautiful centerpiece incorporating these greens and creams created. So I contacted a very talented local florist and asked her if she would be willing to create a centerpiece for me if I provided the vessel. And I told her that I really wanted something in creams and soft greens and sort of upscale but not stuffy. And I am now trying to decide which vessel to use because I do love this tureen. I love the profile of it, but I also have another one that I am looking at. And if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you know that I have no shortage of tureens. I have 6 of them at least that I could use, but I really like this one. It has a really lovely creamy white color. It has nice clean lines. It has a nice deep profile, and I do like the handles. So this is definitely a candidate, though I'm not sure because I do like the profile of this one. It's just that it is very white and the other is much more of a creamy white. So I'm going to let Miss Jenny, the florist, decide which one she thinks would be best for the centerpiece. Well, Jenny has picked up the tureen that she thinks would work best. And while we wait for the big reveal, let's go into the kitchen and fix ourselves a snack. All right, well, the sun is shining and it is lifting my spirits, and I think I'm gonna make some energy bites or energy balls. I'm not sure what people call them, but it's a very simple snack, and it is packed with protein with some peanut butter and all kinds of good stuff. So it's a very simple thing to make, and let's get started. So I'm going to start out with a half a cup of rolled oats. So just a half a cup of rolled oats. These are a great snack. They keep for about a week in the refrigerator, and you can also add some, seasonings to your taste. And you're going to add 1/3 cup of peanut butter. You can use whatever peanut butter you like. You can use creamy or chunky, all natural. This is basic creamy peanut butter. And I'm trying to get every last bit of it out of here. And then you are going to add a tablespoon of honey. Honey is something we always have on hand. My husband loves honey. A bagel or English muffin with honey, I think he has just about every day. So I am using Kirkland honey from Costco. And oh, it smells so good. I do love honey. And then about a tablespoon of chocolate chips. Actually, I'm going to mix it first and then add the chocolate chips. And I probably should have used the spoon to measure the chocolate chips before I put the honey in. That would have been smart, but I'm going to just eyeball. It's roughly a tablespoon, more or less. Some people might like more chocolate chips, and who could blame them? So this is a very small batch that I'm making. You feel free to double, triple, quadruple, whatever you'd like to do. But I only want a few to keep in the refrigerator to snack on. Okay. So you would add now about a tablespoon of chocolate chips. I'm just going to eyeball it. I have a third of a cup scoop in there, so I'm using about a half of that. And that's really it. Now, one thing I am going to add to mine, and this is completely optional, is I'm adding just a little pinch of pumpkin pie spice. I like cinnamon in there, but this has a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of ginger. It's just a nice little flavor. So I'm probably going to add about a quarter teaspoon, and that just gives it a little bit of extra flavor. And then I'm going to just mix this together, and I'm going to put some saran wrap over it and pop it in the fridge for about, I don't know, half an hour to an hour. And then it will be easier to form into balls. And then that will be that. Okay, so while the sun is out and the energy ball dough is in the refrigerator setting up, I'm going to go out for a quick walk and get some fresh air. And when I come back, we will roll the balls and get those ready. See you in a bit. Well, I'm here in a voiceover because the train was going by. I live really close to the train tracks, and it was just too loud and distracting. But I'm here to tell you that my walk did not last very long. It was bitter cold and windy, so back in I came. And I'm just using my small cookie scoop to form the dough into about 1-inch balls. This recipe made 6 energy balls, and I am ready to put them in the refrigerator. As you can see, there are 5 here, and that is because I did have to sample them, and I must say they are delicious. And now that we have created something to give ourselves energy, I am focusing on my feathered friends, who this time of year are also going to need some energy and sustenance. So let's go to the co-op to get some suet cakes. When I pulled into my driveway with my suet cakes, the florist was right behind me with my centerpiece. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see this. This was the terrine that our local florist was able to use to make a centerpiece for my dining room table. And I haven't taken my coat off. I'm so excited to see the magic that Miss Jenny created. I can see it's already absolutely stunning. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? There's my terrine. And I asked her to do cream and green. And oh my goodness, I'm just overwhelmed. What a nice treat for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and change and clean up and set up my dining room to show you how it looks. I'm so excited. Isn't this beautiful? As I indicated earlier, the inspiration for this color scheme was this gorgeous tablecloth that I thrifted so long ago. And a little trick to getting a tablecloth on a very long table is I fold it in half, right sides together, and then I put the center centered on the table and then just pull each side, if that makes sense. So you're effectively just making sure that it is even on the ends, and then you can pull the long sides to adjust. This tablecloth has a very subtle checkerboard pattern that is tone on tone, and that is the inspiration for the whole tablescape. I love a monochromatic tone on tone look with just a little bit of cream in there to sort of neutralize everything. I thought this soft green was a perfect sort of natural color, and I thought it was just so inviting and appealing for my winter table. I also opted to use a cream colored table runner, and you notice I'm using the same method. I just fold it in half, right sides together, center it on the table, and then just pull each side in each direction. And I think this creamy color in the middle does break up the long table a little bit and adds a little bit of interest. It also will be a really nice backdrop for the unbelievably stunning centerpiece. I've also swapped out these silver candle holders for my Baldwin brass candle holders, and a hurricane, of course, and just some simple white candles. And now for the show-stopping centerpiece. This just came out so beautifully and ties all of the color schemes together in a very gorgeous, elegant, but not too stuffy way. I loved the opportunity to use my Bordalo Panero plates in this beautiful basket weave pattern. I love the green on green, tone on tone, monochromatic look. It's just beautiful. These plates are so fun and beautiful, and I love to see them paired with the Friendly Village square salad plate. I think that is just such a nice complement, and the colors are so muted and toned down. I just love this look. And here's a close-up of that gorgeous plate with the basket weave pattern. Absolutely beautiful. Nearly everything on this table has been pre-loved, and I especially love picking up these Friendly Village plates whenever I see them. It is a labor of love because I usually only find one or two at a time, and so I've enjoyed collecting these, and I just think they are so beautiful with the green. I'm also totally in love with these block print napkins. These are a new purchase, and actually we carried these on our shop, but we are out of them in this taupe color. But we do have on our shop at relativelyrefined.com a set or two in a gorgeous blue block print. So go ahead over there and check that out. And here is a bird's eye view of the tabletop. You can see the gorgeous green on green with just the little accents of taupe and brown and gold. I think it's just a lovely color scheme. It is very soothing to the eye, and it just makes for a beautiful transitional table. And you remember the bronze flatware was also thrifted, actually from a tag sale. And I just love this centerpiece in that beautiful thrifted tureen. And you can see the basket weave cup and saucer, just had to put those out. I love them so much. I would really encourage you to give this a try. Check in with your florist, bring your favorite vessel, and you'll be amazed at how much it lifts your spirits and elevates your tabletop. And here are those taupe block print napkins that I love. One of the only things on this tabletop that is not been pre-loved. Remember when we thrifted these little bronze pheasants? They're actually salt and pepper shakers that I thrifted and just shot with a quick coat of spray paint. I absolutely love them. They're so sweet. And the color is perfect for this tablescape. And these cabbage plates, Bordalo Pinero, I showed them in my last video, and those were from a thrift store. I think I paid $1 for all 4 of them. Since I don't have a complete cup and saucer set of either the Friendly Village nor the Bordalo Pinero basket weave pattern, I have mixed and matched them. I would encourage you, when you are creating a tablescape, to settle on a color. That is generally what I start with, is a color scheme. And do not be afraid to use tone on tone monochromatic. Green on green, blue on blue in different shades, I think creates a very elegant tablescape. This tabletop color palette will take me right into spring, right into Easter, and I probably won't change it up too much even then. I think these colors make a beautiful transition from the reds and silvers of the holidays to the greens, creams, and golds of the early spring. And knowing that everything, or nearly everything on this table, has been thrifted or pre-loved makes it extra special to be able to splurge on a gorgeous centerpiece such as this. I did not forget about the birds. Let's go get the suet feeder ready. Prior to this last snowfall, we've had a very snowless winter, which means the birds were able to get food rather easily. So we did not have our usual birds at the feeder, but now we have a blanket of snow and they are hungry. So I like to use suet cakes, and I put them in this cage, which I actually thrifted last year, and then I'll just hang it. It has a chain, you just loop it around, and I'll just hang it on my tree out in the backyard, and hopefully this will give the birds some energy to sustain them through the winter. I like to hang these suet feeders on the pear tree in my backyard so that I can watch them from my kitchen table or my kitchen window while I'm doing dishes. Thank you so much for spending the day with me today. We had a lot of fun and got a lot done, including setting this table. My dining room table looks so beautiful with these greens and creams and browns, all using pre-loved and thrifted items from my home. I also really enjoyed sharing the centerpiece with you and had a lot of fun selecting the right vessel and color scheme and enlisting the help from a florist to put it all together and really elevate this tabletop. So if this video was to your liking, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up. That thumbs up really helps our channel out. It helps YouTube to know that we are offering content that people enjoy, and it reinforces to us that this is something that we should continue with. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. We are growing, and this really helps us to know that our content is appreciated. And finally, go ahead and leave a comment. We love your comments. We read them, and our viewers are such a wealth of information. So we appreciate hearing from each and every one of you. All right, everyone, that'll do it for today's video. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.